Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, damsels and dingbats, to The Flame in the Flood. This is another survival game off of Steam. I've been wanting to play this one for a while, but I've gotten sidetracked by other things. Finally getting around to it. A lot of people have kind of said that survival games are my thing, so I figure, might as well own it. So here we go. The Flame in the Flood is a procedurally generated river travel. You stop off at different points and gather resources, and you can craft items. Pretty much you just see how far you can go and how long you can survive. As far as I can tell, it's pretty much endless. There are objectives that you complete while you play, like little quests and stuff like that. So we're just going to go ahead and get into this. I did do 3 videos. I sat down and I played for an hour and a half. Got an hour and a half's worth of footage, and I recorded 3 videos, and I went to put them in the Movie Maker to edit them down, and the settings on my OBS were all screwed up, so the game footage survived, but you could barely hear me talking in the background. So that was a little bit frustrating, not only because of the waste of time, but the initial reactions that I had to the game. I'd never played this before, so a lot of the initial reactions that I had as I learned how to do, what I needed to do, you're not going to get that in these videos now because I know what to do. So I apologize for that. I can't rewind time, but what I can do is make some new footage starting from the beginning so that at least I can share this game with you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with Traveler. You can do Traveler or Survivalist. That's pretty much like recommended for new players versus experienced players. So we're going to do new player. And then Scout options. The dog is our scout. And we can either choose the male dog Aesop or the female dog Daisy. I'm going to stick with Aesop just because I'm used to playing with Aesop and I'm used to referring to him as Aesop. So we're going to stay with Aesop. So without any further ado, The Flame in the Flood. Alright, so as best as I can tell, the backstory on this is something happened and the world is flooding. The first few times I played it, I thought that I couldn't figure out what that was she had on her staff there. I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be a flashlight or a torch or what, but upon closer inspection, it's a jar of lightning bugs. That's kind of cute. This game, the graphics are nice. I mean, they got that cute quality to them. But I'll tell you straight up, after having played for an hour and a half already, this game is by far one of the most difficult survival games I have ever played. Simply because the raft, when you're out on the water, you have to control your raft with WASD or with the mouse. And it's tough. I mean, especially when you hit the rapids, you're... man, you can if your boat takes too much damage, you drown. And then there are all kinds of conditions in this game that you can get. Like, if you're standing out in the rain, you can get wet. If you run into poison ivy, you can get poison ivy. You can get hungry. Down at the bottom, you see hunger. From left to right, green is hunger, blue is water, red is temperature, and orange is, of course, rest. Now, those aren't so hard to keep up with, but you can get other little conditions as you go that affect your ability to do things, and it can stack up real quick. One of the episodes I did, I landed on an island, and within like 2 minutes of landing on an island, I was dead. It was like I said, it was rough. And then when you're traveling around on the river out here, you can't run into any of this crap because it'll damage your boat. And it's gonna do it now. Okay, wow, that was close. You can do like a surge type action with your boat. That's the blue bar above my face down there, my character's face, and then below the character's face is the condition of the boat, how damaged it is. And you can only use the surge so many times. You see how I used it that once and then, okay. Here's some rapids. I hate rapids. I gotta get myself out here in a position to where I can try to get around. No, don't run into. That was close. That was close. Alright, I do not like rapids. As we go along the river here, you'll see little icons up towards the top that'll indicate camps and stuff like that. Places I can dock, get resources, repair my raft, stuff like that. Also at the upper right you see... Oh, don't hit it! Don't hit it! Up the upper right you see an indicator that indicates what time of day it is, as well as the temperature, how far I have traveled down the river, and how many days I have been in play. The upper left shows my inventory, how many inventory slots I have filled. Just below that, the numbers 1, 2, and 3 are like hotkey bars that I can access for to use my tools, to eat food, and stuff like that, medicine. Yeah, okay, see that little tent icon up here? That means that... And that... don't hit it. That means there's... those orange symbols mean that if I go in that direction... Here's some resources I can loot on the way by. If I go over there, there's a camp over there that I can get to. And you miss a lot of camps because you get trucking on this river, and try not to run into this crap like this. And sometimes you just float on by and you can't do anything about it. I've learned not to try to get them all. It's procedurally generated. Like I said, I believe the river's endless. So you're not really in any threat. If you miss one camp, just, hit the next one. And, it's too dangerous to try and get them all. This isn't Pokemon. Okay, nothing in there. Now, these caches have my tasks, which are little quests I can do, like this fixer-upper. If I were to go in here, fixer-upper, repair your raft at a marina. If it gets banged up, you can patch it up. Good as the day it was first cobbled together from junk. So if I do that, I gain a repair patch. Basic tools. Actually... Campfire, raft schematic. Yeah, I believe those down at the bottom of the rewards you get for completing the tasks. So I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to those because they tend to complete on their own as you play. Here we have our conditions. So if you get poison ivy or something like that, like I mentioned, or you go break your leg or something like that, you can look this stuff up in here. This is our crafting. Right now we can make some braided cord and some tinder. So I'm gonna make up a bunch of braided cord. It seems to be used for everything. Here's our inventory. We'll have a backpack. Aesop, the dog, has a bag you can put some stuff in. And, of course, you have, if your raft is docked, you have some space on your raft that you can store some stuff. And then here we have our outfitter, which basically tells us what we're wearing. And... what the gear rating is and how it affects, so right now my gear keeps me pretty warm. So, alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and run around the island, or I keep referring to them as islands, even though it's just like shore, because I'm on a river, not out at sea, but there are usually resources like these cattails here. You see they're circled like that? That kind of indicates it's something you can gather, and that's usually for crafting different stuff. What's cool about Aesop, your scout, is that he tends to see stuff and he'll look at it, he'll point. And if you don't gather it right away because you don't see it or you don't realize what he's doing, he'll bark to indicate, hey, there's something over here, come get it. So that's really cool. These crows are annoying because if you don't chase them off like that, they will literally sit there and crow and crow and crow and crow, and I hate it. So this little thing here, this little circle, I've learned is a rabbit hole. These little rabbits like to come out and run around and whatnot, and if you get too close and startle them, they pop into their hole. So rabbits are a good source of meat, obviously, and one of the first things I like to do is, if I can find the components, is build a snare. That way I can, or a box trap or something like that, that way I can get me a rabbit or two, and meat is really good for food. Okay, unfortunately I need 2 flint, I think, to make either of those. And I just got one, but I don't think I'm going to have a second one. See if there's anything in here I can loot. Fishing line, okay. Shut up, dude. Really? Go away. Boo. Alright. Well, what are you barking at? I've already been in... Oh, okay. See? I thought he was barking at the house, but there's there's a feather over here. There. Now he should stop barking, and now he's going to go bark at something else. It's okay, there's something down here. What? I don't see nothing down here, Aesop. Oh, cattail. Good boy. Good boy. And now you're going to bark at the feather in the tree. Well, I can't get to the feather in the tree, so you're just going to have to bark at it. What we are going to do, however, is go into our crafting pane. We'll make some more braided cord. And that looks like about all we can do here. So my stats aren't hurting too bad. So I can probably afford to go down the river a bit further. The river is the worst part of the game. I hate it the most because I don't know how many times I've drowned by wrecking my raft, running it aground on rocks and floating cars and you name it. But unfortunately, this is the only way to get from place to place in this game, so I'd better learn how to use my raft real quick. Now, there's a couple other campsites over here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to them. What I can do, however, is try to get close enough to get this loot right here. The loot. And I'm going to run into the eye. Oh, no, I'm not. Alright, thankfully the current was gentle enough there I could get turned around. Sometimes when you follow the current for too long, it can get you going. And the faster you're going, the harder it is to turn that raft. Let's see if I can power surge over here to this camp. Alright, can we do it? Did we do it? Did we do it? Alright, we did it. Alright. Pleasant Fields. Light on supplies. Alright. It's too bad you couldn't see any of the last footage I made because the first time I went to a location that had quote-unquote light supplies, I ran into a pig. It was a big pig. And I was like, dude, that's cool looking. And it's like, it's a pig. Whatever. I didn't think nothing about it. And the next thing I know, this pig comes charging at me and it just beats the hell out of me. Like, it literally chased me all the way back to my raft, and I ended up dying shortly thereafter from all the trauma. It wasn't really a pig, I guess it was a boar, and I guess in real life boars can be quite deadly, but I was not anticipating that. So yeah, I got my ass kicked by. Now every time I come to a location that says light supplies, I'm immediately eyes out for a pig because that's not fun. I didn't like it. Not at all. Not even a little bit. What is that up there? Another feather. Feathers have problems getting to feathers sometimes, I've noticed. Alright, Aesop. That's a sapling. That's cool. We need flint, Aesop. What are you barking at? No, I don't want the feather. I mean, I do, but I don't need it. It's not worth getting frustrated that it can't get up the tree. Now, I can search this car. And a jar. So what the jar is going to do is allow me to gather water, and then my crafting should allow me to make clean water out of it, and that's good. The more jars we have, the more fresh water we have. And one thing about survival games I've learned is if you can get to the point where you don't have to worry about water, that's it's going to be a big load off your back. Water's fairly important. And that seems to be a standard rule in survival games is water. You need water. And I guess that makes sense, because if this was a real situation, water's like your #1 priority. Okay, this is not good. It is raining, or it is getting ready to rain. I need to find some shelter, because if I'm out here in the rain and I get wet, that's going to start affecting... Crap, I did not see a house or anything around here. And I can't take shelters in the car, or shelter in the cars, so I can't take shelters in the cars. That's proper English. I like it who speak of the words that don't make no sense. Can I get to that feather? No. Gonna get from here? Alright, screw you, feather. Alright, well, it's not raining yet, so I'm gonna take a second. Just because I said that, it starts raining. Alright, let's get to the raft. There's no place to take shelter here. I don't like being on the river when it's raining like this. I don't have any proper gear. So yeah, you see all these red things flashing up. I have ill-equipped, and I have wet, and I just ran my boat into the shore. So yeah, like I said, those negatives can build up really fast, and they do have effects on the game. Now, yeah, as soon as I dock here, as soon as I find a place to dock, I don't know if... Yeah, I don't want to risk. I don't know if I can access the... Yeah, I can't access the inventory tab or anything while I'm on the river. So I'm not going to be able to... When I find a place to stop, I'll take a look at the conditions and we'll find out what this stuff means. The wet and the ill-equipped. I know, obviously, wet means you're wet, and ill-equipped means that your gear is not good enough to handle the current conditions you are in comfortably, but I don't know what the penalties are. Alright, there's a couple camps up here coming up. One looks like a fishing camp. Oh, get the loot, get the loot, get the loot. Okay. You don't have to click on the loot, you just have to click, right-click somewhere on the screen when you're close to that, so that's good to know. Anyway, so there's a fishing camp over here, there's a regular camp over there. I'm gonna go to the regular camp real quick. Just kinda, there we go. Alright, so taking a look at our conditions really quick. Wet is the slow killer in the wild. Wind will cut through wet clothes. Find shelter or fire to dry off. It's cured by time, shelter, or fire. Okay, ill-equipped. It's cold out and you're not dressed warmly enough. Addressed by crafting and equipping warmer clothes. So, those are the two afflictions I have right now. You can probably solve the wet. If there's a building around here, there's usually a campfire too. So... And maybe if I'm lucky and I stand out in the sun long enough, I'll dry off naturally. Right now, I'm not a happy camper, though. Yeah, hold on, dog. Search. Old lumber, okay. And there's another car I can search. Wet cured. Alright, so... Since I'm not wet anymore, that means I'm no longer ill-equipped in the cold, so that works. Oh, I forgot to fill my jars. Alright, we'll have to do that before we get back on the raft, because you have to be next to the water, as far as I can tell, to fill your jars. You pick all this dandelion stuff here. One thing I do like about this game is the music is very thematic. It's not like really chintzy, low-quality music. It's like there's actually a couple songs in here that are clearly like professionally done. All right, hey, this is awesome. I can fill my jars from here. I don't got to go back to the. I can make dandelion tea also. Can I get more water from here? No. Okay. One jar for me. Okay. Or did I fill all the jars? Fill jar. Yeah, I've got 3 jars I need to fill. Can I do it from here? No. I gotta be next to the water. Okay. Okay, so there's no house here, no fire. And I still don't have enough to make any of my my traps. So these bunnies are just going to laugh at me as I walk by and wave toodles. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go ahead and move on. There isn't anything else here. Maybe if I can, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, if I have enough time or enough space to shoot across the river to that fish shack. Come on, I'm right clicking. Good dog. That's a good boy. Alright, so, oh, there's a mechanic's bay over here. I wish I had had that before. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make this. No, no, no. Nope, okay. So I'm going to go over here to the mechanic's shop. Because that's where you can fix and upgrade your raft. And my raft isn't too horribly damaged, but I'm going to take advantage of this being here. The last time I played, I couldn't find one to save my butt. So, first of all, I need more gas. We'll use the marina. I don't think I have any resources for anything. Oh, I can do some repairs. Got the lumber, so I'm going to do moderate repairs. I was only missing 10 hit points, so I guess I could have just done the minor repairs, but oops, oh well. I don't have anything else here to be upgrading my raft with, so go ahead and get out of here. And back to the water. Alright, there's a camp up here. Water is fairly calm, so I might know it was on the other side of that little island. There are, however, some loot on this little island. I'd like the loot, please. This is actually kind of nice. The river's nice and calm. Stupid car. I was going to say the river's nice and calm, and the music's calm, but why can't I turn? Damn you! What is going on here? Oh, I was using a freaking, my hands were off the controls. Instead of using WASD, I was using setup. Quit looking at the keyboard and steer the boat. Alright, yeah, well, so much for my repairs, and now I'm wet. Oh, found some flint, though. That'll be enough for my trap. Now all I gotta do is find some place to dock and get out of this rain. See, the conditions are building up already. Alright, get around this tree. Get around the tree! You fool. Alright, where's this camp at? Where's this camp at? Alright, the camp's over there. And, come on. Gotta get out of the current. Ain't gonna make it. Ain't gonna make it. Alright. Screw it, we'll go to this one then. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes you just, you can't get to them. But, like I said, you don't have to hit them all. I gotta get out of these wet clothes. Okay, here's another check cache. Get task, camper, and do you have anything I can actually collect? Repair patch, alright. And now I'm cold. Alright. So, come on, Aesop. I'm gonna have to probably try and make a fire if I can't find a house, because nuts and bolts. Cannot stay cold too long. Yeah, I see it. Good boy. Now I'm hungry and thirsty. That I can do something about. We'll go here. We'll drink some water. Forgot to fill my water again. Okay, and we'll eat some jerky. Should be good for a minute. I'm going to collect up the rest of this stuff. Sumac. Gas bombs. Okay. I don't know what that's useful for. Ah, it's a pig! No! Fuck you, pig! No! No, I ain't doing this with you again. No, I'm leaving. I'm gone. Bye. That's the pig that messed me up last time. I'm not doing this again with you, piggy. There were some good resources there, but it's not worth dying for. Okay. I don't think the pig's going to come out here on dock, though, so I can make the stone knife real fast. I want the spear trap. I'm going to go kill me that piggy. And then a snare for the rabbit, a snare. And a box trap. Alright, let's see if we can get us a piggy without dying. I need to get close enough to put the snare trap down so he'll come to it, but not so close that he's going to kill me before I can build the dang thing. So let's put the snare trap down here. What does the gas do? I don't know, we'll find out. Let's lay this down. Can we rotate this at all? Yes. Alright, awesome. Okay, so I want to... How do I want to do this? I want to turn it like this. A little more, a little more, a little more. Yeah, and then we're going to put it right here. I'm going to go get you to chase me now, piggy. And while we're at it, let's see what this gas does. Okay, apparently I can't use that here. So, where'd you go, piggy? Piggity, 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 piggity. Might as well gather that while I'm here. Piggy! Yeah, bark at him, Aesop. Get his attention. Piggy. You. Piggy, 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 piggy. You see me? Come on. Come on, piggy. Come on, piggy. Come on, piggy. Piggy. Cool. Come on. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to move my trap. I thought you were going to chase me further. Alright, we'll put the trap up here. 3. And then... this. Oh, I can't. I gotta move closer. Yeah, I know he's there. Aesop, chill. Piss him off before I get the trap set. Where's my mouse cursor? Oh, there it is. Alright, so that needs to go right here. Right here. Build it. No, I don't. There we go. Come here. You can't get past the yucca, can you? Oh, there you go. That hurt me a little bit. But I got me a piggy. Alright. Take it all. We're going to finish gathering up some stuff. There is a house here and a fire. Alright, I'm going to go cook up my piggy. And then I need to get some sleep. My poor character is dragging butt. Alright, so inventory. Cooked meat. Cooked yucca. Let's cook all the yucca. And we'll eat the meat. 3? No, 2. 2. Eat the meat. Okay. Now, before I sleep, let's make sure that there isn't a Okay. Here and go 9-8. Let's loot first, make sure there's anything of value in here, like this lumber. And we'll sleep for, what time is it? I'm really tired, so let's go for like the whole 8 hours. Okay, well, we've made it 3.1 miles, and I'm wet, so we need to go back to bed again. So, we've made it 3.1 miles up the river, and we are now currently on day 3. But we are out of time, so once more I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and until next time, we will pick up next time and see how well we do. Until then, I've been your host, Demon and Avion, saying stay safe and have fun. I'm out.